Good afternoon, everyone. Today, with my classmate Scarlett Munoz and myself, Diego Farias, we will explain to you the skills of English, the assessment of learning, the assessment for learning, and the assessment as learning. First of all, we agree in the explanation by Erd and Lorna, chapter 3, and in the assessment of learning, the way that the teacher will evaluate you is summative, because they given to you a feedback using the grades. Because if you have a bad grade, that means that you are doing poorly, or the contrary, that if you have a good grade, you are doing that in a good way. And in the 4 areas of English, because the book focuses on that, in the form or in the way in speaking, we will have as in this pandemic situation, for example, we will have an interview, like you had to talk with your teacher by answering questions or etc. In the reading, we had to read a text and then answer the following questions, as in the same way as in listening, because we had to listen a story or an interview, for example, and then answer the following questions. And the other way, that is in the grading, we have to match the correct options or put them in order. And that is the most common way to evaluate, because the teacher gives you the content that you have to study before the test, so you have the time to prepare. And the other way is the assessment as learning, because the assessment as learning reinforces the formative test, because it focuses in the way and how the students will learn the content that you will have to teach to them. And in the way, in the grading way, for example, you had to create a story. Imagine your future, for example, and that the teacher gives you a feedback, but you had to be in a freely way to create whatever you want. And another example is that you had to listen and then answer the following questions, but before of that you have to imagine the situation that you are the main character of it. So if you listen and imagine the situation, you will have the knowledge to answer the following questions independent of the situation.